I'm conscious.
Now what?
Welcome. It's Derek Dunlap here. I'm ConsciousNowWhat.com. You can find us on YouTube. I'm Conscious Now What. And you can also join our Facebook group. Go over to Facebook and click in the search bar. I'm Conscious Now What. And the group link will show up in that search, or directly up under this video. You can click on the link to join us over on Facebook for more conscious interactions and joining like-minded people. So you guys asked for it, part 2, behind the scenes, uncut, raw, with Bubba, DumAss. See if I can get him. Can you hear me, Bubba?
Yeah, man.
My man Bubba got the webcam on. I wish I would have known that.
Well, I don't put my face out there for nobody to see, dude.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your vibration from your throat chakra, your audio today.
Well, that's where we be. What the hell's happening, brother? Where you at? Yesterday, I got a signal from you to tell you, breathe, bitch.
I know. It was, hey, man, I just been fighting some, I won't even say fighting, Bubba, man, just experiencing different energy.
You don't fight, you experience.
Exactly. See, I had to catch myself right there. Just experiencing different frequencies, different situations, different challenges.
Hey,
that's all.
are we recording? We recording?
We are live, uncut, raw, brother.
Okay, let's do something before we even get in this exchange too deep. Please allow the energies that we be to coexist and commingle with all other energies in a flow. Please allow the highest vibrating beings to dictate that flow. Now you see how that just changed the energy? Yeah. Please allow the words that come from us to be the perfect words for every interaction, even with self. And allow those words to be in the perfect vibration, frequency, and tone for all living things to understand. And so it is.
It is. It is.
That makes a whole lot of difference, don't it, dude?
When you direct that intent, it sure does. It sure does.
That's the way you start your day, and your day gets better immediately.
Oh, man. My man. Bubba, tell me what's going on, man, in your neck of the woods.
Well, other than dealing with ETs trying to capture me and all kinds of shit like that, what do you want to play with?
Let's play. Let's play with some higher energy today. Let's get into the ET shit. You know?
Well, the ET's been around forever, dude. So, you know, and there's guys out there playing with them every day. I sent you a video link to those guys that are playing with them every day. And I suppose that I play with them in a certain manner every day. But as a general rule, I stay behind the looking glass doing my magic.
Okay.
And behind the looking glass, they can feel the energy, but they can't find me. See, it's the little trick playing with the stuff I play with. That's like this pipeline. Well, we called in the hounds of the dimensions to give them cops a run for their money. And every time they do something, well, them hounds, they just get louder and louder until they walk away. The guy that's the CEO that's got all this money in play and his ass is in debt to all these banks. Well, the hounds, they went to visit him too, you see. But instead of just howling at him, they're going to let their saliva and spit drop right down the back of his neck till he walks away. You feel that? You want to play with some big energy, baby? Let's play.
Let's play, man. Let's play. Hey, Bubba, how important because I always, and you always emphasize this with me, and I can feel you watching me. I can feel you going through my energy. Why is breathing so important, man? And sometimes we just forget. Why is breathing so important?
Well, you don't forget. You're programmed not to. Your indoctrination, everything says, hold your breath. Whatever happens, hold your breath. What's going to happen? Hold your breath. Especially women. Women, oh man, you raise your voice, your wife holds her breath.
Yeah.
You raise your voice around any woman as a general rule, they're going to hold their breath. Now, the reason for that is fear. And fear didn't exist until you started getting programmed from your family. You can't do this, don't do that, that's hot, this, that, and the other. And then if you didn't listen, they snatch your ass up. Well, when I was a kid, that's what they do.
Hey, they sure will. And that's funny you should say that, man. That's why the frequencies is so out of whack now. A parent nowadays, if they snatch a child up, man, they going to prison. They on trial.
Well, that child ain't theirs, dude. When they signed for that birth certificate, that child became property of good old USA Inc. and the state.
Ooh, that's good shit right there, Bubba. Now, you were sharing that with me a little earlier, and I watched a couple of those videos, and I'm still processing all that information. Could you touch on that just a little bit from your perspective of what's going on with these birth certificates? And they say we got a lot of power, man, with these birth certificates. A lot of shit is owed to us.
Well, there is, but it's what they call book money, which means it's not a real asset. It's just a number so everybody can incur debt. When you're born, the hospital gives you a certificate that says you had a live birth. Then you got to send it off to get a birth certificate so the state will honor that. Well, at the point you file for the birth certificate and you get it back, that child just became property of state, an asset. That's what they borrow money from the federal government on. Well, now you got to get a SSN, a social security number. Well, that gives power of attorney to USA Inc. to use you as their debt.
What the?
You ain't nothing more than a commodity on to the IMF. Well, all you got to do is do the research, dude. That's what I did.
So they using us as
It's all
collateral?
out there in black and white. It's all out there in black and white.
It was eye-opening for me. So what you're saying is they using us for collateral?
Always have been since 1800 and something.
Dang. Rabbit hole run.
Now, back in the day, if you were born, you had a record of birth. They wrote it in a Bible because we're all operating under the doctrine of discovery. And the Vatican and the Bank in London and the Pentagon, well, they hold control of all of that.
Okay.
But really, they don't have control of shit. It's the IMF that controls everything. Everybody's saying that the NWO is trying to make its way in. Shit, dude, it's been here for 300-400 years. It's called the IMF, the International Monetary Fund.
Okay.
They dictate everything, dude. Just saying. Do the research. It's there.
I did a
There's scholars, there's judges. There's a judge out of Alaska that's been trying to tell people this for 25 years. Nobody will listen to her.
What's that judge's name, if you can recall?
I'll have to send you a link. It's in some of my notebooks. I got notebooks everywhere, man. I write stuff down.
Okay, don't worry about it. I just know it'll be somebody out there. What judge? What judge? Because the information that you're putting out here, you're putting it out here in such a way, it just shocks people. Yeah, it shocks us.
It is a shock because through your indoctrination and your so-called state-given education, They don't tell you this. They teach you how to pass a standardized test. They don't let you explore your artistic side, the stuff you're passionate about. Hell, anymore in the schools, they barely offer band, but they'll give you a scholarship to play football, but you don't have to be able to spell your name.
That's right. That's right.
Now, education don't come from no school, dude. It really don't. And you take people that are homeschooling their kids, they'll score higher. They'll score in the genius range over a public school kid.
Yeah, they sure will.
So, you know, education is a fictitious thing. Even some of those that are higher educated are so indoctrinated that they can't step out of their paradigm and open their eyes. Whatever's in them books that somebody wrote down, they so firmly believe it, they'll take it in the ground.
That's that law, man. That man-made law. That man-made law.
Saying, I live under universal law. It don't change. It don't play. There ain't no profit in its game.
There you go. Good shit. That's some more good shit. Universal law, man. All must bow. All must bow to that universal law. Everything conscious bows to that law.
That's right. And man, well, they're easily manipulated because for a couple hundred years they've been miseducated and indoctrinated. But it's gone on longer than that, way longer than that. But according to Constantine, which is, I don't know, 1400, somewhere back in there, he and the IMF drew up the doctrines of discovery. That's what everything is controlled under.
Doctrine of discovery, ladies and gentlemen.
So then it all goes back to where the IMF profits from it. So the NWO has been in play a lot longer than most people think. But the more this information gets out there, the more that we'll do the research, the more that will educate themselves instead of throwing a hissy fit because some monkey got in office. Since Lincoln, dude, you ain't elected a president.
I'll be trying to tell you.
They have elected their CEO of USA Inc.
There you go. It's just a game.
It's just a game.
Just a game. I try to tell them.
It's just a game.
I try to tell them.
But the average person is so indoctrinated in this game, they can't even think about changing one thought just to breathe. Just to breathe and be. We're not human beings anymore. We're humans doing. We've been programmed with consumerism and staying busy doing shit. When in essence, if you'd sit down in the sand, you had to be there. I have lots of people call. But yeah, you can educate yourself in more ways than you know how. You're carrying around a computer on your hip. Everybody is. They call it a smartphone.
That's right.
But what are you using it for? Are you making yourself smarter, or is the phone smarter than you? Well, I can tell you with AI that's programmed in all these things, this phone, it can take me places that most can't because it knows how I think.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't use Google because it's gathering information for the government. You got to go in the deep web, not Google, Yahoo, or Bing, or Ping, or whatever it is.
And just for the record, that AI, ladies and gentlemen, is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Which they now, Bubba, I heard.
Well, think about it. Think about it. Your phone, after you've used it for a couple of weeks, it starts finishing your sentences for you. After you've used it a couple of months, it will bring up suggested websites for you to go to. After a couple more months after that, it'll show you videos and music and all of that. It'll show you your mood before you figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Bubba, why they don't want us to think, man?
I'm just saying.
You know, why they don't want us to think?
Do you remember the great comedian? You remember the great comedian George Carlin?
Oh, yeah.
They want you just smart enough to operate the machines. They want you just smart enough to operate the machines. They don't want you no smarter than that. They don't want you to question status quo. They want you to be the slave that you are today, carrying all this unsurmountable debt. They want you to go down and get a student loan and pay for all this schooling and never pay off that debt, but you still can't use the schooling because it's not applicable. So if you're just smart enough to go down and borrow money and buy this toy and that, or that $400 pair of shoes or that $1,000 handbag, that's what they want. They don't want you to know that they're systematically poisoning you with the food, the shit they're selling calling food. I mean, think about it. You got this 30,000 square foot grocery store and one aisle of it's healthy. What is the rest? You live in an organic computer. We live in an organic computer. It's plumb full of water, about 70%. But most are dehydrated, and they keep throwing Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper and alcohol in it. Well, it short circuits the electricity in the body, you see. All that sugar and artificial sweetener and alcohol, it short circuits your electronics to where you can't receive the information you need.
That's good stuff. That's meat and potatoes, man. Continue.
Well, the longer I make going into this progression, my diet has changed. Everything has changed because my body, it refuses to accept chemicals. It refuses to accept them.
So what is your
That's how
diet?
intelligent my body has become.
So what you eat nowadays, Bubba?
Mostly sunshine.
Sunbathing. Energy, letting the energy from the sun feed you. Your energy body.
Well, once you learn how, it's quite easy. Some do it in the morning, some do it in the evening. Mine's the first thing in the morning kind of light that I require. But I can sit and watch the sunrise for about 35 minutes in the morning, and I got more than enough energy for 48 hours or more. But my body being what it is, I have to put something in my stomach.
Exactly.
Because the acids will eat holes in it.
Exactly.
So I do hemp seed and different things like that, but not much. I mean, when I first started on this progression, I could eat 3 healthy meals a day, dude. But now I may eat a half a pound of food a day.
And why is that? You don't require that much for the body anymore? Is that just the energy?
Don't require it. It doesn't want it. It really doesn't like shit. It really doesn't. It'll let me have natural cane sugar, but not, it'll let me have honey. It'll let me have natural maple syrup. It'll let me have fruits, all kinds. But it won't let me ingest the poison, the fructose corn syrup, and the amino sweet, and all of that. It refuses it. I didn't do it. My body has made this shift.
Absolutely. It's shut down. It shut your ass down. The body will. So it'll speak to you.
But I drink tea and I drink a little coffee, but mainly I drink about a gallon of water, a little more a day. But I charge that with sunlight too. I set it in the shade under the trees and let it sit there on the earth and the sun shining through it. Everything I drink it room temperature or outside temperature. That's the way my body wants it.
That's good shit right there. So you ground in the water with Mother Earth.
Grounded it with Mother Earth and charging it with sunlight.
With sunlight. That's another gold nugget, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all writing this shit down. It's behind the scenes uncut with Bubba. We appreciate you jumping on here,
I'm going to tell you
Bubba.
this. You know, I've been called guru. I've been called crazy. I've been all kinds of good shit. But let me tell you, dude, your words, they carry magic in the air. Everything you say out loud and in your mind, your body hears, and it takes it literal. If you discount yourself and you call yourself names, your body's going to react to that and hold on to that. A friend of mine called me the other day, and she was making sly little insults about herself. And I said, hey, wait. Shut up. You can't talk about my friend that way. I don't know what you're seeing to make you want to insult yourself, but that's not the way I see you. And I'll be damned if I'll let you talk about my friend that way. It don't play that way in my world, dude. Your words are powerful, but you got to understand, we speak a slave language. This language we're using right now to communicate, it's a slave language. Too many words mean too many different things. So I ask every day to have the perfect words for every interaction, even with myself. That way I can't bad talk me. My body won't allow it. I'm going to spew the perfect words for every interaction. So I can't talk bad about myself. So it's the simplest things that makes the greatest shifts. It is. It really is. All through my life, we're taught to overcomplicate it. We really are. We're taught from indoctrination to overcomplicate it. You've been taught from a child that your words don't matter. The hell they don't, dude. It's your world you're living in. You're creating it from your thoughts and your actions and your words. You got a dream. You got a place your heart wants to be. And it'll tell you, it sings when you're doing it. Just like you're doing right now. Your heart's sitting there about to pump out your chest. I'm getting all this gold for free, and how the hell did it come to me? Well, the energy that I be, it felt the energy that you and your brother be when you was doing your dual thing. And it said, wait, they're kind of misdirected. Give them a little information to help them back along their way. You knew one day, you knew it. You said, somebody's going to call me today, and I know I need to hear what they got to say. But the powers that be, sometimes they don't like me getting out. So they know how to box me in with these towers. Yeah. But I ain't no different than you, dude. I really ain't. We're made of the same shit. You cut your arm, you're going to bleed red, so am I. It may be a different type, but it's still blood the same.
That's right.
So we're related. We carry that shit. We related. We tied together by the earth. How in the hell you think I heard you and did not know you? We tied together, all of us. You can feel bad for your neighbor and never know what the hell it is and claim it as yours because you don't know any different. Most people don't know who and what they are, but they're quick to judge another. Shit, most people judge themselves more harshly than anybody else ever would. But you got to look in the mirror and you got to make a reconciliation with yourself, because that's what really matters. Your relationship with yourself. It's kind of like that big energy of money you was talking about the other day. How most people can't handle it. You know why they can't handle it?
Why is that, Bo?
They don't value themselves. Money ain't never about money, dude. It's about the energy of you. How much do you value you? It's about self-worth. Money ain't never been about money. Money's always been about self-worth. What do you think you're worth? What are you willing to settle for? Are you willing to step up and follow your heart? till you kick the door down? Well, you don't have to brutally force it. You really don't. It's more about the subtleness of it. Every day, play with what you love to do. Just do it because you love to do it. And every day, that time will get a little bit longer and a little bit longer. And next thing you know, there's people out there that desire what you're doing. So they're going to have an energy exchange, you and them, like me and you right here. We're just exchanging energy, ideas.
That's all. That's all.
That's it. Well, in order to exchange this, we have to be able to receive it. Because if you're not willing to receive in the exchange, boy, you ain't going to get shit. But you're going to give yours all away. So, to me, in my perspective, and this is what I do every day, I give myself permission to receive. Because you've been taught all your life generationally, it's better to give than receive. So from that, you'll give and give and give and give until you got no energy left.
You ain't got shit left.
But in all of this, there's got to be balance. So where do you draw the line? Where do you stop giving away what you need to be spending in your time? We go out and we slave 8, 9, 10, 12 hours for shit for pay. At the end of the week, you get through paying your bills and you get your groceries and you ain't got 2 nickels left to rub together. Isn't that how a slave lives?
You think?
Well, I'm just saying this. And you got to get this through your head. For me, the greatest gift to give yourself is the gift to receive again. And be willing to accept it. How many compliments do you turn down a day? How many times you get complimented? Thank you for what you're doing. Oh man, it's just what I do. That's a compliment. Don't trash somebody else's opinion. Take it graciously. Somebody give you a smile and you don't want to return it? What kind of asshole are you? You ain't willing to receive that? Your dog, here's your perfect example. You come in the door and something didn't go right and your dogs run up to love on you, but you don't want none of that. I ain't ready to receive your love. I didn't deserve it. Well, you did. You came home. In their world, that's the greatest thing. See, receiving and giving is not what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks they got to give money. You got to give this. You got to give that. No, you don't. Give a kind word. Give a smile. Give a pat on the back. I recognize what you're doing. It's those little things that changes the world. And it ain't standing up calling somebody a name because they look different than you. It ain't standing up and saying, man, that guy's hair is crazy. What the fuck's he thinking? Wow, look at the way that's dressed. Those are all judgments. But, wow, that's different. I couldn't pull it off, but that's different. That makes me smile. I think I'll take some of that. Somebody asked me one time, says, how come you don't dress up? I am dressed up. You ain't looking at my naked ass. I dress for comfort. I dress for comfort. That's my style. However you want to say it, that's my style. I don't care where I'm at. I'm comfortable. I don't have to put on no monkey suit to impress nobody.
There you go.
You could feel my heart 3 miles or more. If that don't impress you, I ain't got nothing for you. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
It's the attitude of me. I'm ready to give all I got. But that don't mean I'm going to give up the house, the car, the truck, all the animals I take care of. I'm willing to give all I possess. And all I got is my voice. That's what came with me. And this energy, well, it's free. I just learned how to tap into it. It ain't mine. It really ain't. But damn, it feels good when it's running through me. And once you learn to tap into this energy, you can do most anything. But it's incremental. It's an evolution of you learning your capacities. The more you raise your vibration from self-forgiveness, the more you'll notice different things you can do. Wow, how'd I get that? Well, you forgave yourself. You gave yourself permission to receive. I ain't no more different than you. You walk through the stars. You can do different things. You gave your wife and your puppy life. You don't realize it, but you was willing to sacrifice yours so they would live. You see what I'm saying? You didn't matter at that point. You just wanted that health frame back into existence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you tapped into a source of energy that wasn't you. You know it wasn't. You can't sit there and claim it. But it ran through you just the same, did it not?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Hey, Bubba.
I'm telling you this from my perspective, dude. It's the smallest things that make the greatest shifts.
Let me ask you a question, man. We running out of time. We got like 3 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Were you playing in the Astro, the Ethereum last night?
I do every night.
Did you come across my path, man?
Yes.
I knew it. Oh, man.
What you don't understand, and there was 3 little robot grays, and they was out there fixing to give you shit. And, well, for me, behind the looking glass, I know how to redirect them. So you didn't get the wrath of it.
Okay. Yeah, because I projected last night, man, and it wasn't my normal trajectory. I projected to a space that I've never been before.
Exactly.
I was, how the fuck did I get here? And
You're
then
ready. You're ready to explore more. That's the way it works. The more you play with it in increments, the bigger you can get with it. You see what I'm saying? You literally, once you learn to really start consciously breathing and controlling this, you can sit right there where you're at, close your eyes, and go somewhere else. And you can go and manipulate the past and manipulate the future. But it's a progression to learn how to do it.
that's
I can't tell you that you can't just step right in and do it, because I know people that have. It's just depending on how you can open your mind up and get rid of the trash. The easiest way is breathing. Inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit. That's the easiest way.
I'm conscious.
now what?